Alright peoples, it's time again for another EDC video. It's a tradition on this channel annually around the summertime, beginning of spring, somewhere around there, when you start running around in jeans, shorts and t-shirt, but most importantly without your winter jacket or coat with tens of thousands of pockets to keep all of your stuff in. That's the situation where I rummage through my stuff. What do I have in my backpack? What do I carry on me? What do I need every day? And I do an everyday carry video like this. So this video, we are going to talk about two different things. And that is actual everyday carry items that I have on me all the time. And about workday carry items. Things that I carry around with me 5 out of 7 days of the week, so most of the days. What we are not going to talk about is things like my Nintendo Switch that I bring on, let's say, longer trips when I'm out of the house for 2-3 hours, or on commutes for 2 or 3 hours. We are actually talking about stuff that I have on me all the time and use regularly. You will see things that you saw in the past that are not here anymore, things that have changed, things that have not changed. Usually I stay with stuff that works. And what works for me, and it will keep working for me until they make a new one, iPhone 13 mini. This is the first time I can show this to you because now I have another phone that I use to record my videos. I use the iPhone 13 mini and I still love it. It still does the job. It's amazing. I replaced the battery. I went to the store, switched the battery out for around 80 euros and now it works like a charm again. You could really feel the already decent battery life getting worse and worse over the years. I would recommend, if you like the small form factor, you are not willing to compromise on a bigger phone, replace the battery in your mini. If you have a 12 mini or 13 mini, replace the battery. It's damn worth it. And I'm not going to get a new phone until they make a new one. You see, I got the white version, or Starlight I think they call it. I really like white hardware, so I got the white phone. As you can see, I'm always wearing a hat as well. During the summer, usually I have the straw hat on. It's very nice, very light. It tends to fly away when I'm on the bike, so I have to hold it in my hands when I do that. But I just like to have some protection from the sun outside. It's healthy during the hot summers. So I have that on my head right here. Another thing I carry in my pockets, what is it? Not my AirPods. Yeah, you may have seen my video about how I got rid of my AirPods because of mental health reasons. So this pocket no longer houses my AirPods. Now I need to fill that space with something. It feels empty. I feel naked without anything in there. So what I'm carrying, I did some videos about this, it's the Poke Walker that came with Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I got my Misdreavus with the name of Dreamcast on there, and actually the battery is dead. A few days ago it gave me this dead battery warning, and now the battery is just completely dead. I have to replace that. You may remember my video of me carrying a Digimon V-Pad. Now I stopped carrying that because after a bit over a month, the battery died and I have not replaced it. I love that thing, but replacing a battery like this every month or so, 1.5 months, I don't have the discipline to do that. It's just standing over there. I want to play it. I need to get a pair of batteries. I always forget. Now the Poke Walker, this one lasted over half a year for me. And this is cool. I got my Misdreavus on there. I'm trying to train that up to level 100 just by walking. I'm at around level 70, I think, a bit over 70. So now the EXP curve is going like this in the 80s. But that's what I'm working on. My girlfriend made this pouch for me. I did a whole video about this. I will do another one, apparently once I replace the battery, because the battery is dead. Now, how do I carry the rest of my stuff? That's in my pockets. That's it. The other stuff I carry in the fanny pack. I'm part of the fanny pack crowd. I talked about this last year. I had a bigger one that had a lot of room in it. I decided to downsize. I now got a smaller one. Let me take this off so I can show you properly. I just went to Amazon, looked for like fanny packs, and I picked one that I liked. And this one is a bit slimmer than the other one. The one had a big pocket, which I liked. I could put a lot of stuff in there. However, when it filled up, it like dragged my pants down, which was pretty uncomfortable, especially like running. If I'm running for the bus or something, that was a bit of a problem. Now what I keep in here, there's this little protective pocket with like secret department over here. I don't really keep anything in there unless I'm traveling. Sorry about that. And in the big pocket, I'm keeping my traveler's notebook in blue, passport size. This I just use for shopping lists, quick notes, some to-do lists. You may remember my Hobonichi Techo video that I got one of those to do my to-do lists in. I still do that. However, I realized next year I'm not going to get a Techo, a separate notebook for my to-do lists. I'm simply going to build on the system I already have in my traveler's notebook. In here right now, usually I use Tomoe River paper, but this one uses the cream paper from Midori, the people who make the traveler's notebook. Yeah. So it's an official traveler's notebook. I love this thing. It's very comfortable. I got rid of the elastic strap. It got in the way just removing it all the time. And over the years, like the leather has started to get like all floppy. Amazing. I love it. And I only put one notebook in here. I do not stack the notebooks. I like it thin. I like it slim. And for a quick note-taking device like this, I don't need more than one notebook in there. And the pen I'm using to write things down, it's the Pilot Prera little pocket pen. It is quite small. The nib is fantastic. Pilot makes fantastic nibs, but when you post it like this, it's quite comfortable. In there, I use the Sailor Black, just standard Sailor Black ink, one of my favorites. It smells nice. Like if you have Sailor Black ink, that chemical smell, I love it. And another thing very important for me to get in and out of the house, my keys. I still use this Don Bolso key holder like this. Got it on Amazon for like 10 euros. Still holds up after, when did I get it? Probably 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe it's older, and it's starting to develop that like leather floppiness. Love it. Like once you get something in leather, you want to keep it for years and years and years. And the button has not ripped yet. There's no problem here. It only holds around 4 or 5 keys in here, and I have to keep my like bike lock key separately outside of the pouch. But something very cool, a tool I use way more often than I thought. It's a bottle opener, and for the shopping cart. Here in a shopping cart, they want you to put €1 in. You slide that in, pull it back out, and you beat the system. I really like that here in Germany, we have just collectively said no to putting money into the shopping carts. We all, like, they're all just free. We adopted the American style, basically. But we actually return them. So another thing I keep in my fanny pack, and that is the last thing in here. So I only have notebook, pen, key, and my wallet. I still have this, the Bellroy Slim, I think it's called. It's nothing more than, you know, some areas to put cards in. And there's this like nice flap here to pull out your cards if you want to. I've moved away from cash. I was always a fan of cash. I love cash. I see the advantage of cash. However, I pay most of the stuff with my phone now. That's just the life that I've adopted. I decided carrying cash with me for everything. I paid with cash for almost everything for years, like up to like around 1 year ago. And then I moved to just using my phone and having an emergency backup card in here in my wallet if my phone breaks or gets stolen or something. So this is just for cards that I need sometimes ID and so on. So there's not a lot in here, so I just keep that in one of the pockets of my fanny pack, and I'm a happy camper in my daily life. So that's it for the fanny pack. By the way, it's if you want to look for this, the Waterfly. The company is called Waterfly. I don't know if they're well known or anything. This cost me, I don't know, 25 euros. It's not the best quality. The zipper could be a lot better. And you always see the quality of stuff in the zipper. I definitely enjoy the quality of the bigger fanny pack I had more, but I like the slimness of this. And it works. Like for the past year, it held up well. No tears, no nothing, basically. So this is my everyday carry. This is what I have on me like every day. I don't leave the house without that stuff. Let's move over to the work stuff. This is the Eastpak Smolka. This is my backpack that I use. Eastpak has a backpack called the Folka, and they have a small version called the Smolka. And I got that one. What I don't like is backpacks that are just a hole. One of my friends, he loves his whole backpack. Like where you can just put stuff. I need organization in mine. I need little pockets. I need areas where I can slip stuff in and it just lives in that pocket all the time. So I actually rarely use the actual backpack pocket over here. Just when I carry something that I don't usually carry, it goes in there. I use the book and laptop area in the back quite a bit. As a teacher, I have to carry books with me. And here in the front is most of my everyday carry stuff that just lives in these little organization pockets. Before we get into that, up here I always have 2 ballpoint pens. I'm a fountain pen user, and as a teacher I always have to have students like sign lists or sign different stuff, and I don't like giving my fountain pen out for that because they just put too much pressure on it and then I have to fix the nib. So I have a few cheap ballpoint pens. Right here, always be prepared. I don't understand people who never have a pen on them. Like the pen, it's so useful all of the time. And here I got my Christmas present from last year, and I use it a lot more for work than I had thought. This is a traveler's notebook, just like this one, like from the Travelers company. This is the passport size, this is the regular size. It's basically an A5 notebook with like the edges cut off. Not half of it, but like 1/3 of an A5 page just cut off. And what I use this for, this is in the camel color. So it's a little more fluffy. And just getting it in and out of the bag, you can see the patina building up there. I'm a fan of this. In the beginning, I thought, I was excited to get it, but I wasn't feeling it too much. And what I use it for is my lesson plans. So every week, I put a little table like this on my page. And for each lesson, I do little bullet points or checklists of what I want to do that lesson, and then I can check what we did and what we didn't do in that lesson. And then the left side I use for notes. As an English teacher, I wrote down, mistakes they've made, lessons I should revise in the future, something that's not quite as good as it should be. So little notes for me for the future. Just during my work day, when one of my colleagues says, send me a copy of that, I take a quick note of it in here. So usually, like my day usually has 2 to 4 lessons in it. So one of these double-sided pages lasts for 1 or 2 days. Sometimes I fill them up, sometimes they're mostly empty, but that's what life is like. And one of these notebooks lasts one semester for me. So these Midori notebooks, you can see I have 2 notebooks in here in this one. So this is 1 semester of lessons for me. And I have a little bit left for the rest of the semester. So actually that's a pretty good rate. So 1 semester per notebook, I can live with that. That's an expense that I can swing. In here as well, I got another Tomoe River notebook. Tomoe River because I like the paper and because you can fit a lot more pages per notebook. Whereas the Midori notebook has, I think, 64 pages per notebook. This Tomoe River notebook has, I number them myself, has 120 pages. So almost double the pages in the same size of notebook. Now you have to live with Tomoe River. It's a thin paper. The show-through is insane. Like you can totally see the writing from like 2 pages before that. I mean, take a look at that. You can see the back side and the page before that. You have to live with that. That's Tomoe River. But you get the advantage of having a lot of paper, a lot of high quality paper in a relatively thin notebook. And something else I've on here, I have the folder insert. So folder insert, you can put like loose sheets of paper in there. I don't use this one too much. I have a folder insert in my passport notebook as well. And I use that all the time for sticky notes or little note sheets that I can give to people without tearing out pages from the notebook. In the big one, I thought I would use it more. I haven't so far. But still good to have. Sometimes I'm just happy that I can put stuff into the notebook. So that's my notebooks. I know a lot of you are not notebook people. I'm a notebook person. I love my notebooks. Something that you see I don't have here is my ring binder, because that lives at home. And I wanted to give you an update on that in another video about, in the beginning of the year, I got my regular size traveler's notebook and this like regular size, I don't remember the name of the sizes for the ring binders, but like this regular size ring binder. And what I use more, and it may interest you, they are all high quality leather binders. It may interest you to find out what I use more and what I use them for. And they are investments, especially the leather binder. It's pricey to get them, so it may put you on the right track. Every now and then I carry a little bit of cash or get coins back. So I have this little coin pouch that I got from Amazon, Agusti Leder Studios. Nice. I can put stuff in there. Amazing. Nothing to write home about. I always, this stuff you have seen in previous videos. I have this USB-C to HDMI and other ports adapter, always useful, especially for HDMI out. I have for my 13 mini the MagSafe battery. Lifesaver when you're on a day trip or so and you know the battery is not going to last all day. Like this will save your life. Literally, sometimes. I have a little bottle of hand sanitizer. Always useful, especially if you have to eat dinner on the road somewhere. And I think that's it for these pockets here in the front. Yes. On the side, I have the company is called EMSA. It's a coffee mug that I use for tea. Now, the drinking area is always out in the open. So you get dust in there, pollen, dirt from the road and so on. Not the greatest stuff, but I got it for relatively cheap and I wanted to check out if I actually use it. And EMSA is very good at actually holding the temperature of your beverage. So I got it. I may upgrade to something more hygienic in the future, but recommending this one. It works quite well, aside from just having the drinking surface out in the open all day. Especially like on the side of your backpack. You may want to put it inside of the backpack. This is my computer. I used to carry my MacBook Air M1 with me. Last year, in the beginning of last year, I got the iPad mini. I think it's 7th generation now. I love the iPad mini. It's like probably my favorite computer of all time, the iPad mini line. They're so powerful, they can do everything I need. I can connect the keyboard to it, I can connect the mouse to it. And if you're only using standard programs like, you know, word processing, calculation tables, a web browser, this is all you need. And especially, I used to carry my MacBook because I had the iPad mini 5, which has a Lightning port. Now with this, I can simply use my USB-C adapter, plug that in here, and I can just like put up the web page on the projector or on the TV in the classroom and use that for everything. So I don't need to carry my gigantic, in comparison, gigantic laptop around with me anymore. This is enough. iPad mini 7, I think it's 7. Of course, in white. I think this is called Starlight as well. It's a little bit different. It feels just fantastic, but I have to carry it in this protective case. This is the normal Apple case that comes with it. But man, the blank, pure iPad, it just feels amazing in your hand. It detracts a little bit from it when you put it in this magnetic case. It's a pretty high quality, nice case, doubles as a stand, as protection for the back, for the front, and so on. Yeah, so I carry this around with me as my work computer. Because I don't do a lot of computer work when I'm outside, I do that at home on my Mac. But out and about, that's enough. So, and that's it. Actually, let me check out. No, there's nothing. Oh, I got something else. Just for my job. I used to carry the JBL Flip, I think it was called. JBL Flip Bluetooth box. Now for my lessons, in lessons I have to play like audio files all the time. And it was too heavy. Like that thing weighed a ton. So I got the JBL Go. Yes, it's the JBL Go 2 or so. And this is slim. Audio quality is not amazing. I would not listen to music on this for a long period of time. However, playing a little dialogue during an English lesson, totally fine. Get this, 30 euros, battery lasts forever. Good enough. Charges via USB-C, no longer using micro USB. I mean, I hate that port. So that's it, JBL Go for my audio needs during my lessons. And that's it. I no longer carry a pocket knife. I don't carry a lighter. I got a lighter when I'm on longer trips. I carry a lighter with me. It's always, what I got is a Zippo. However, I don't carry this around with me every day. It's a Zippo with a double flame butane. You probably can't see it on the video. But Zippo, brushed metal, and a double flame butane insert. Because I don't smoke. I don't use it a lot. The normal lighter fluid always evaporates before I can actually use it. So using butane in here is good for my needs. And I don't live in a cold area where the butane just doesn't work. So yeah, that's it. Pretty basic, I would say. What's your favorite thing that I carry around with me all the time? What recommendations do you have? What do you use all the time? And yeah, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about the stuff that you carry around, let me know in the comments below. I see you again in the next video and next year for the next EDC video. See you then.